Recording
Okey-dokey.
has started.
Titties.
Thanks.
Cock and ball torture.
There it is.
Ike, do you have anything to say to Justin?
No.
It's gotta save it, you know? Loses its impact if it happens every time.
That's right. That's right. I'm with you on that.
Are you quoting us? It feels like you're quoting us.
Okay,
Session
let me get the
20
calendar up.
Lord, you're so chunky. Baby. I love you so much. But you make my foot fall asleep.
How dare you? Don't you dare move her.
I already did.
How could you?
She'll be back.
Yeah. No, she's still with me. I just shifted slightly. It wasn't enough to dislodge her. No, I have to put in some effort nowadays. She's fighting back. I have to put in some effort. I have to almost
There's
like
a baby.
blanket toss her off the bed. You know when you like whip the blanket up, the fucking cat goes flying. Have to pretty much do that to get her off of me to get out of bed. And now she's settling. There we go. She's fine. She's fine. Oh, baby.
She's a roast turkey.
She's a whole burnt loaf.
I may look like a burnt chicken nugget, but I still love myself.
I hope that kid's doing good. For real though.
I hope he loves himself.
I'm sure.
Jenny. Oh, that's so cute.
Okay, I'll be right back. I just gotta get like a water or something like that.
Mhm.
'Cause I don't have any hydration near me.
Hydrate.
Jigs.
Jinx machine's
Hydrate
out
or
of
die
order.
straight.
Suck my ass.
Aw. Pepper is a log.
She's staring at the door that's slightly closed because how dare it?
She looks like a perfect rectangle almost.
She looks like what are those loaves? That's like
cake.
No. The chocolate, but it has like the cream in the middle. It makes the swirl. Those round boys.
Eclairs?
No, bigger.
The candies, like the.
It's a cake.
I think it's just a rolled cake, right?
Yeah, rolled
Oh,
cake.
It's a
with-
cake log.
Yes, that.
Is that really what it's called?
Yeah, they're
I
called
don't know.
cake logs because they look like logs.
That's so original.
Yeah.
Human beings.
You probably have some fancier sounding French name.
Probably.
Probably German.
Oh, yeah.
It looks German.
German or French.
Yeah. It's literally just like a thin piece of sheet cake, slather icing on top, and then roll it up.
Yeah, that. She looks like
Yeah.
Pepper looks like that.
I love those cakes, I'm gonna be honest.
They're good. Yo, a pumpkin log though?
Oh.
Not with cream cheese icing and like cinnamon and nutmeg dusting.
Our
Oh.
local supermarket sells those on occasion. I like
They
them.
weren't- I didn't find them.
They're
very
not
good.
they're not amazing, but they're tasty. That's just me.
I wouldn't mind trying baking one of those. Although I
ha-
hear it's like hard to do because if you take the cake out too early and it's still hot, it like fucks up.
Having watched Great British Baking far too much, yes.
But
What
if
you have to
don't-
do is you have to
if you don't
when
take
it's
it
still
out,
warm, but not too hot, you have to layer both sides with tea towels, roll it up, and then put it in the fridge.
Yeah, you gotta
When it
pre-roll it.
let it cool.
Oh.
I
yeah.
have tried making
And then
one
you
before.
unroll it gently and ice it, and then put it back in the fridge.
I've tried making one before. My family was super cool to like get me a baking sheet that they thought would work. Turns out the baking sheet was too big.
Oh no.
Oh.
Yeah. So it was too thin and did not work.
Hi, Miss Ma'am. Miss Stinky.
I want to try baking
Yeah.
one though again.
Pepper really do be looking like a log.
Yeah, she's a burnt chicken.
Well, no, she's just one of those fancy black chickens.
Yeah.
Pepper, you're perfectly capable of opening the door. Are you just grumpy because there's stuff on the bed where you'd normally sit?
Yeah, probably.
And the door is closed enough that way you're not yelling. Okay.
You gotta
Uh-huh.
clear out at least the corner she likes to sleep on.
That corner she likes to sleep on is clean. Come on, scream for them. No, you're just gonna flop next to the frog backpack.
Oh, Pepper.
Okay, there you go.
She
I
is so
can't reach
baby.
you, cat. I cannot reach you. You have to. I know you doing sit-ups is astronomical for you. However,
Boy, working out.
Sorry about that. Getting some water turned into, oh shit, I have to pee.
Oh, fair.
That would be.
Let's see.
Hey,
So,
Ike, I sent you something on Discord, by the way. Ike. Just look at that whenever.
let me look at it now so I can do the session recap unimpeded.
All right, no problem.
If you guys want, before I do the session, do y'all want to like talk amongst yourselves in character? I don't know.
Mm.
Justin sends me like 5 paragraphs of information at a time sometimes.
Oh,
It's
I know. I have been on the receiving end.
I guess, do we have any last minute plans to do in the city before we take on the next assignment thing?
I
don't think so.
Oh, Justin, don't forget to look at magical stuff.
Magical
all
stuff?
3 if you wanna.
Magic items. It's in general notes of Sihonavan.
Okay.
DM.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Mavis would like to go to a government building and request the previous census report.
What?
What?
Why?
Looking for anyone by the name of Sylvester.
Oh,
no.
in recent years.
Yo, I totally forgot about your beef with Sylvester.
I forgot about that too.
Yo, I already know Kate has been steaming with it for the past weeks now, thinking about how she's gonna get back at this dude.
It's an NPC we met last session that some of us were like, you.
Okay, wow, that is a lot of information. Thank you for letting me know.
Oh, no problem.
It might happen while you guys are in the next city.
Cool.
Actually, it definitely will happen. Okay, let me write this down. Hold on. I got a great idea.
Kate, what's your big master plan for Sylvester now?
Well, she can't reveal it to us. Don't spoil
Yeah.
surprise.
I mean,
I've
what
kept
cat?
secrets about certain characters since game 1. I'm not gonna let you in on this one super easily.
Okay, all right. I was more hoping for a clue, like a category. Are you gonna hit him psychology? You know, like in the head, or are you gonna hit him financially? I don't. It's some crazy shit like that.
All of the above.
Oh my
boy.
god.
Oh, hell.
I will get this
Oh
man
my
on
God.
tax fraud if I have to.
Jesus.
Wow.
No mercy,
thank you for-
Mavis.
Thank you for letting the DM know about your plans.
Mavis the monster's coming for Sylvester.
Oh my god.
Okay, so I'm ready to do the session recap if everyone else is ready. Everyone got their snacks, their water, has used the bathroom, etc., etc.
Ja.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, so on the last time of Sihonavan, we were still doing the downtime, that Mary Lune gave y'all. And everyone did a few different things. Till you were searching for more information about warlocks and blood magic, and got some very interesting information. Got some very interesting information from a librarian, a fellow scholar that worked in the Castle Dalen Library. And through your searching, you kept searching and searching. You didn't find anything of I don't even want to say of note, because everything that you found was kind of important to figuring out what's happening with Henri. And what you gathered was that warlocks, for whatever reason, not for whatever reason, for certain reasons, are looked down upon in Sihonavan, and kind of as
Just
a
the low
whole,
bards.
warlocks are a little different. For
Salty
the
about that bard comment.
let me get through the recap. Warlocks are looked down upon for a little bit different reasons than all the other magic casters, and you found no information on the blood magic, so to speak, that that Henri uses so casually and without abandon. And one of the nights, after many a searching session, you woke up. You had a dream of being in a ocean of blood and a white raven with 3 eyes telling you to stop searching. And then you woke up. That was kind of your downtime, figuring out day after day about and digging through the historical books and other records of the Castle Dalen Library, the Nova Ether College libraries, and then the Nova Ether Public Library in general, just trying to get as much information that you needed. That culminated in this weird kind of fucked up dream. Ember, you were looking last time. You were also looking for more information about Athelstan and what happened with him, and you got some pretty decent information from the monastery in Little Light, that how Athelstan was this very great guy who was so popular and
Lathander's
really
golden
like
boy.
Lathander's golden boy. He's Lathander's little guy, and one of these
Prodigal
days
son.
yeah, and one of these days he just kind of vanished without anyone really knowing what happened to him. And you also heard some rumors about the party and about a death that happened in one of the neighborhoods of Nova Ether. What was said was that a family's that someone in someone's family died, and it was covered up to look like an accident, but the family is extremely certain, without any doubt, that it was a murder and it was covered up to look like an accident.
All right.
And Addie, yeah,
Spooky.
Addie, you got some
Mhm.
new spells, and Lorene taught you how to make a bag of holding. The very first one that you've made. They're I want to say they're rare in Sihonavan, but more people than not have them, just because usually one of the most useful things that can get made. But they're also seen as like, everyone makes a bag of holding, fucking up your ante and make something a little bit more magical and a little bit more hardcore.
Yeah.
Trailering wanted you to start with a bag of holding, as it would be extremely useful as a champion of Sihonavan, having to go around to these other planes. You don't want to worry about being over encumbered.
Didn't I also make a Ruby of the War Mage?
You did.
Okay. I thought I was like gaslighting myself for a minute, being like, wasn't there another thing?
Mavis, you actually set up a word of recall in the Temple of Tempest in Nova Ether. So
Mhm.
if the party is ever in a really, really big pickle, you can just swoop everyone back to Nova Ether as quickly as you can, and you did get several diamonds worth 500 GP,
Mhm.
for spell purposes, of course.
Yup.
After we let you know that you're kind of loaded now.
Yeah. Oh shit! I have 4,000 gold. Shopping. Um. Yeah.
In addition to
Gucci?
that,
Uh.
you also went to the combination weaponsmith and spellcaster run by a halfling and elf partnership, and you commissioned I believe it was chainmail +1 armor.
Yes.
You commissioned chainmail +1 armor, and that's when Henri kind of showed up looking for um a
Cloak
cloak
of
of
protection.
protection. Yeah, cloak of protection. And the halfling and elf couple directed you to a dragonborn at the Temple of Maestra by the name of Sylvester. You tracked him down, and he kind of rude to Mavis. He was really rude to Mavis, saying that an old lady shouldn't be fighting like wars for like the kingdom or whatever. And Mavis put him on her shit list.
It's not a long
But
list.
but he did make that cloak of protection for you, and just cost you material components and 150 GP, which all things considered relatively cheap. He was
Oh
just
yeah,
more
it is.
interested in working with spell components than actually getting money itself. And I believe where we left off, everyone was kind of like back in Castle Dalen, talking about what they had been doing these last couple of days.
I think so.
Yeah, guys, just
Yes.
chilling.
I don't
Yeah,
really
that's
remember,
what
to
we-
be perfectly honest.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
I was
We could
listening to
start
the
off there.
recap, so I don't know what the end was, but it sounds correct.
Yeah, we could start off there. Makes sense to me. We're all hanging out, doing our thing. I think when we left off last time, I was telling everybody about Sylvester and about how Mavis didn't like him.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because we
Yeah,
had
yeah.
rolled history checks, and like Addie had
Oh
vaguely
yeah.
heard of him.
Oh
Like
okay.
Trailerine mentioned him very offhandedly, and that was all Addie knew. Bit of a recluse.
And didn't Ember know something too?
Yeah, they know each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Sylvester
Well-
and Ember know each other because every time know each other is a very strong word for it, but they have run into each other so many times that Sylvester thinks Ember is stalking him.
Okay.
And Ember's response is basically like, "Oh, not him again."
Yeah, because like it's for Ember. It's just like, oh no, my stalker.
Oh, Ember, do you know that guy?
No is a strong word. More like coincidence keeps having us end up in the same spot.
What does that mean?
I wish I could tell you.
You know,
Uh,
Ember, if you want me to get rid of this stalker for you, I'd be
He's-
happy to intervene
No.
on your behalf.
He's not a stalker. He's just there. And I happen to just be there, and it's weird, and it keeps happening, but it is not. It's not a stalker thing.
Come on,
You see
Mavis.
Mavis
Stop.
pulls out like a a spiral notepad and just crosses something off of a list.
It's like,
We'll look over and like kind of like try to eyeball the list.
It's Sylvester question mark said what would be on it? So you see rough family life has been crossed out. Stalker behaviors has been crossed out. You see tax fraud ? You
Damn.
see illegal goods
Racketeering.
transportation.
So we'll lean over and go and add on racketeering as potential.
That's a good one, thank you, Till. And she adds racketeering.
I-
Union busting is on the list.
Sylvester,
Damn,
with
bro.
my perusing around certain parts of Port Town.
What was that? Can you repeat it?
Have I heard of Sylvester in the shadier parts of Port Town that I have perused?
No.
Have I heard of Sylvester at all?
Yes. Not in the
Oh.
shadier parts of Port Town, but word gets around that there is a very gifted dragonborn who makes items for people
Oh,
without.
right. He's come to my mom's house before.
Yeah.
That's something.
Yeah, he's a gifted dragonborn. From what everyone can gather, he's just a very gifted dragonborn from Zixglecia who goes around making magical items for people very cheaply, but requires very high quality material components for them.
He's kind of like me if I was magical, you know?
Mavis also adds to her list
Oh,
foreign
as well.
/ child labor.
What was that, Till?
Does he break spines as well?
I don't know, and I'm okay not knowing.
Add spine breaker to that list.
Oh, come on, Mavis. Stop trying to find excuses stacked on your pride. Just let it go. I got time for you to be
Henri,
chasing around people
as
around
long
city.
as this man is on my shit list, you are not. So I will take it. I would take it.
I'm
as
on
it
there
is.
nonetheless. That's why I know your shit list is full of crap, okay? So just forget about it.
Adds
Guy-
friends with Henri to the list.
I don't think that they're friends, more just now acquaintances. Seller of goods versus Henri,
I can sadly
buyer of goods.
vouch for his
Quality
lack
of
of
his goods.
shading.
Hey,
That and lack of shadiness.
listen, I was there. He was just telling it how it was, all right? He was a little surprised that Mavis here was a champion. And don't act like me and him are the only people in the room who thought the same thing.
Okay, Henri, there's the smart decision of not saying things like that to the woman that can still wield a warhammer enough to break your knees.
Acting like I don't say stuff like that all the time already. I don't give a shit. I say that when she comes to visit for. Oh man, I don't know the holidays all that well. When she comes to visit for the holidays, and every other time I say it. I'm gonna say Thanksgiving, and I was waiting for someone to say, "What's Thanksgiving?" Oh, Fantasy Thanksgiving.
Spring planting, the autumnal harvest, fucking
There you go. Henri lists all those things.
Fuck, what are the holidays?
Yeah, right.
Winter solstice. There.
Mavis, with her body language, will just gently shoo everyone about, roughly 10 feet away from Henri and then cast Flame Strike on him.
What?
I feel like it's submissive.
Okay.
Where are you guys that you're casting Flame Strike?
We're
Yeah,
in the
right?
fucking castle. We're in Dalen.
Oh my god.
Please don't hurt the books.
Please don't burn
We're going-
down the
we're-
castle.
We're gonna get in a lot of
Oh, hopefully-
trouble.
Actually, you know what? Henri, can you make a wisdom saving throw for me, please?
Oh my god.
No.
Oh my goodness.
What is going on? Dear. Okay, wisdom saving throw. I can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. The wisdom save kind of sucks though. Hopefully it's a good one. 18. 18 plus one?
Nothing happens.
Is it a noticeable thing? Like if you cast it on me, do I know? Did you attempt it to?
You might have seen something being cast from Mavis at you.
I'm saying, is it a spell that when it fails, I automatically know that it happened, or does Henry have to be looking at you doing stuff for him to notice?
No.
I think the only spells really like that are charm spells.
Really?
Mhm.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
That's kind of what I figured she was trying to cast on me, something like that.
Yeah.
The spell description doesn't explicitly say that the target knows if they succeed. So
Okay, all right. Can I what can I roll this? That's insight, I guess.
Yeah, roll an insight check to see
It's-
if you figure
okay.
it out. If you figure
mean,
out
is
what
it-
happens.
Is Mavis trying to hide? She's just trying to cast a spell on me?
she was trying to like be a little obscure.
Okay, all right. So I'll roll insight then. Fine with that. Damn, I got a nat 1 actually.
Nope.
Yeah, no,
You
I
don't
Yeah,
see.
no,
you don't see
you don't.
dick all.
You're still there trying to list off holidays.
Yeah, honestly. While I'm doing that, I itched my head for a second. Like it was just like something was in my noggin for like split 2 seconds, and I'm like, all right, keep listing holidays.
Then she comes around for Fantasy Christmas.
Yeah.
Fantasy
Easter.
Ramadan.
Oh,
There is
Fantasy
no
Ramadan.
fantasy Christmas.
don't even get me
Fantasy
started on
Passover.
fantasy
You know the
Halloween.
thing is Christmas and Easter and stuff implies Christ.
Yes.
We've already established that Christ exists. Remember?
Oh, then
Yep.
we can have Easter and Christmas.
Well,
Jesus
The
hasn't
resurrection
been
after
born
3
yet.
days.
Jesus hasn't been born yet.
I think, and I also think the way we established it was not as some sort of prophet, but just a dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Like,
it's
He and the
Jesus.
sources
It's
of
Jesus.
Ecos knew each other.
Holidays are purely
Your buddies.
capitalistic.
No. The Christ is Jesus.
Jesus.
Jesus, leave Juanito alone.
Okay, let's reel this back in.
Yeah, do any of you
Um,
guys know when we got to report back or whatever? Or like, what's the deal?
According to the contract, it was in how many days that the contract was that I don't know.
I
You have
believe
to
it was
report
at
back
the
at
end
the end of
holiday.
Mary Lune. Yeah, you have to report back at the end of the
We're
holiday.
getting paid for our time off, so.
How many more days until the end of the holiday then?
It's coming up.
Let me check my handy dandy
Like the
calendar.
end of the holiday already.
I can see how many more days we have.
Check the handy dandy calendar that I made just for this specific. Let's see. It's near the end of Mary Lune because we did a whole bunch of time skips. Because no one wants to do like an entire like week's worth of shit.
Yeah.
Obviously, that gets boring a little fast. So I'm gonna say it's it is Saturday, day 156, and the end of Mary Lune is tomorrow.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So we're about
Yeah.
at the end, anyways.
Holiday went by fast, huh?
This year, apparently, yes.
Yeah, being asked to kill a friend is certainly one way to pass the time.
I feel like that would slow things down a little bit at least. Kind of a bummer.
It depends on your perspective, I guess.
Well, I'm always happy when it passes by as fast as it does. It's whatever. It just kind of sucks because this time I'm not exactly going back home. I gotta be hanging around with Tigglyfug over here, doing whatever the hell we're gonna do. Whatever. I don't know.
We should probably ask the person in charge of our contracts if like we have a life insurance policy that we can take out.
Oh, I actually have a really good lawyer in the city if you want to like talk to him and like he knows health insurance people and stuff like that.
Okay, yeah, health insurance is not. I'm good with labor laws. Health insurance, not so much.
I think we would have to pay a lot to be honest. We have kind of dangerous jobs.
Oh yeah, really high premiums.
Sort of like it's one of those like but then at least it's like a hazard pay. Like you get a limited amount of funds. We're getting paid and we have paid time off. So the implication is at least enough to like fund the funeral and everything, and especially if you're the primary breadwinner, like.
I should
don't-
hope
I
the
don't-
royal family funds a funeral for us if we die as
We
champions.
hope, but it could just be an elaborate cover-up where we become missing in
I
action.
am making the DM executive decision. We are not going to be getting into insurance policies. I'll be honest.
Extremely valid.
Thank you.
I'll
I
be
was
honest.
going for the bit.
I don't want to do that.
How could you? How could you not want to do that?
You don't want to play a real life simulator in your D&D
don't.
game?
I don't need all that.
Yeah.
I told my wife that when I die, just toss me the bin or something, you know?
Officers and officials? No, thank you.
Cut to
That's
100
nasty,
cisterns
too.
later, and we're the head of a labor union.
Yeah.
I
We're not
watch
turning
it.
this into Acquisitions Incorporated.
Yes, it is.
I mean, I
This is D&D, not Tax Badger.
I forget. Do we have dental and stuff? I mean, we could
Yeah,
always
we do.
just go to the we could always just
I,
go
I,
to the
I got
dentist and get it out of the way.
especially because we might have the tendency to get teeth knocked out. So
Yeah.
it's one of those things if it's covered under the insurance of bone regrowth, since teeth are just bones.
Right.
But we have to rope it in because sometimes contracts will make it so they don't count teeth.
Well,
I-
again,
My head's gonna
we're
start
not-
spinning if we start.
Yeah,
if we continue to-
please.
we are not going into insurance policies. You have dental, you have life insurance. No one gives a shit.
I give a shit.
Yay! Our next of kin will be taken care of.
Hey, you know what? I'm trying to live out my fantasy, okay? I don't have health insurance. All right, this is the closest thing I can
I
get
stink.
to it.
Okay, but that's actually.
Are you yelling at me?
It's my fantasy. Affordable health insurance.
Anyway,
Oh yeah.
anyway,
Mhm.
anyway.
Anyway,
So, it's
Yeah.
it's Friday, day 156, and Mare Lune ends tomorrow, and that does put me in a predicament. Hold on, let me check my notes. Because I have a very... Because you already did so much downtime.
You could always change the days. You know, it's not set in stone.
Yeah,
Say it's
I
like
guess I'm
5
going
days
to,
until.
going to have to, because I had
You
it
could just-
in my notes that, like, after... A month after Mare Lune is the next subchapter, but I'm not doing that, so it's just gonna come earlier.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, I'm the DM, I do what I want.
content.
So,
Stink, what are you
and
doing?
Mare Lune ends on Sunday, day 157. What do you guys do? You guys do anything else? What do you just vibing?
Like more downtime stuff before.
Yeah, I think this last day is just vibing. Is
Yeah, prepping.
going
getting,
over
like,
going over information, processing it, doing not a red string board.
Well, Kate, I mean,
Yeah.
Mavis
I
did
do-
talk about taking a visit.
Yeah, I do want to go to the town hall and look up the latest
yeah.
census data
Oh my god.
and
I'll
look
go
up.
help. Fuck it, I'll go help.
Oh yeah, hold on, wait, Mavis, didn't you say you had like a letter to stop last time?
That was a joke.
Oh, okay. Oh no, I thought that was sucks to suck.
It didn't have to be. If someone had defended me, but you know, it's fine. Everything's fine.
Offended you.
Defended.
Always
are you?
offending.
Who
Well,
are you
Mavis, you want to
for?
go down to the municipal office and get the census data?
Yes.
Okay, we can do that. Was there anything anyone else wanted to do? Mavis, you can pick up your armor. Henry, you can... You don't even have to pick up your armor. Sylvester actually sends up a parcel to Castle Dalen for you. So you get
Oh,
yours
gee.
delivered to Castle Dalen.
What a homie. I hope nothing bad happens to him.
Addie, you learn those spells that we talked about last session. If you
Yeah,
need to
it
refresh
it was last session.
Yeah.
All of my first, second, and third level, 2 4th level, 1 5th level, and others would take longer.
Yes. And you have a bag of holding now.
Yup.
In addition to that,
Oh, I would have showed
Ember-
off my bag of holding. That's right.
yeah, you have a bag of holding.
Oh my
Ember,
God.
you said you were going to try and look into those rumors, correct?
Yeah. I'm not gonna do a full scale like investigation, but maybe just like drift over to that area and ask around a little bit.
Okay. Let's do that after the municipal shit. Mavis,
Mm-hmm.
go down to the municipal office of Nova Ether, and people let you in front of them. It's very busy for a holiday, and actually it should be closed for the holidays, but whatever. No rest for the wicked, right?
Mhm.
Government
and-
buildings being productive.
Right? Who
In
would have
my
thought?
fantasy world.
This really is fantasy.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. And maybe it's not busy. There's just like one person there when there's usually
When
like
it's not
3
busy?
at the
Damn.
desk. And they're kind of
What?
you can see over the counter. They have a piece of parchment in front of them and they're just kind of like doodling and stuff. And when you walk in, they do a double take. Like they look up at you, bored, look back down at their paper, and then look up at you again. They're like, hello. What can I do for you today? Mother Mavis, the Monster Slayer. Oh my goodness.
Oh, hello, dearie. Tempest, bless you. I was wondering if I could look at, the most recent census data.
The most recent census data. Is this for champion business?
Yes, it is vital that I gather this information for our next mission.
Roll a deception check.
Girl.
Okay. 15?
Okay. EM dice. The clerks. Of course we can. Your boy, roll a 5. Of course we can, Mother Mavis. Please. What do
Thank
you
you
need?
so
Just the
much,
census data
darling.
for this year, last year?
This year, please.
This year. Yes, the census data was collected during the solstice.
Hi, kitty.
Let me just go into the back and get that for you. Then they get up,
Hi, sweetheart.
put like a bell like on the counter, and they just say, "Please excuse me for just a moment," and they go back into the to the room where they keep all the census data, I guess. And after about 5 minutes, they come back out and they have a very thick file in their hands, and they say, "This is the consensus data up until the solstice, Mother Mavis. We do it. The census data is collected on every solstice, and then in the beginning of the year. So that's 3 times a year that it's actually collected. So on the summer solstice, winter solstice, and then again at interbellum."
Wonderful. Are these organized alphabetically or by household? I'm looking for a very specific person.
You're killing me here. It's
Don't know how
organized
census-
alphabetically.
Thank you very much. I will have these back to you by the end of the day.
Of course, Mother Mavis. Anything for you and the champions of Sihonavan.
Oh, thank you so much, dearie. What was your name?
Of course.
Robert.
Well, Robert,
Robert the Bobber?
I will make sure that the Archmage hears of your very helpful actions today.
Thank you.
Of course.
You know
and
she's going to be going around in like the workroom gossip. Like
yeah.
the fuel you have added to this fire.
Goes into the break room. Was that Mother Mavis? Oh my god,
Yes,
yes!
Mother Mavis.
I should have asked for an autograph.
Just someone smacks him. Why did you? You're so. Why did you ask for an autograph, you idiot? Do you know how much those sell for?
Man, you should have said something. I had my mother Mavis trading cards with me today.
Oh my god, the idea that there might be trading cards.
They're vintage. They're my dad's from the war.
Oh my god, what if trading cards are being made of the party right now, you guys? You guys! Oh no! I love that so much. That's so dumb.
Okay. So what are you looking for in the you find Sylvester fine. He's
Yeah.
been in Nova Ether since about the beginning of the year. He does bounce around pretty much constantly. But he's settled at the Temple of Maestra for the foreseeable future. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for any income reports, sales report, like rough estimates of the amount of goods he's sold within the city. Does he have a merchant's license?
Oh my
You're not
God.
going to get that from census data.
There's a lot you can get from census data.
That's
Oh,
so
how do you know
obvious.
that?
Kate, what the fuck?
What the fuck are you doing in your free time, Kate? How do you know that?
Hey, Ike.
What?
Do you want me, Kate, to roll a deception check for you?
No. You can't glean that stuff from census data. You know what? Fuck it. Whatever, fine.
Google real fast. What can you get from census data?
I guess I was also, wondering if he had any family in the city.
He does not have any family in the city.
Damn it.
Man,
he's
leave his
from
family out of
Zixclesia.
it.
He's from
I wasn't gonna
Zixclesia.
hurt them. I was just gonna ask a few questions.
That's so you, Mavis
So
the Monster Slayer, want to
monster.
ask questions to people who are from Exclesia. That's not absolutely fucking terrifying at all.
As long as they're citizens. Or they have
Holy
their green
shit.
card.
Oh my god.
Holy fuck.
Jesus
That
Christ.
feels like
I feel really bad.
I mean, if you're going over there, you're going to that office. All you have to do is find the business permits for that market section. If he has a business in that market section, he would have to put in a permit in order for him to use that space.
Or
I don't
Ike's
think I
worst
like the
nightmare.
direction this cane is going right now. I don't like all this bureaucracy.
I mean, you're in a big city. There's a lot of bureaucracy.
So I see that he's taking up residence in that district. So I'm gonna take God's advice and go to the business bureau of the city and look for Sylvester's merchant's license.
oh my god, is this what this episode
I mean,
is going
it would still be in the municipal part of that building.
I'm just
It
gonna ask for a different
depends. Is it
document.
a civil permit? Is it a county permit? Is it a city
Mhm.
permit?
Does he have a liquor license?
Again, I don't think I like all this bureaucracy. He's a wizard. He's a wizard. So
Oh, the college would probably know. Like the college of the. Oh, shut up.
Mm,
he is a wizard. So he has all his necessary permits in order for making
Yeah.
magical items because you just can't do it willy-nilly, obviously.
Oh shit, does that have to get a permit then?
Yeah, that's a real question.
Yes. Addie
Damn it!
gets
Why
a
is this
permit.
guy such an average law-abiding citizen? God damn it!
Do I have to get like a is it like a learner's permit? Do I have to get
You got it during
learning
your
encampment?
downtime.
Okay.
You got it during your downtime.
It's probably like a training thing, you know? Where
Yeah,
you have to
like a
look at
learner's
safety
permit.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is awful.
So, Sylvester seems to be a perfectly normal dragonborn who just makes magical items for people innocuously and just because he wants to broaden his horizons with making with certain spell components.
certain spell components.
Rare spell components.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, rare
Hmm.
spell components. He used Pegasus blood to make a cloak of protection.
Now, where does he get his Pegasus blood from?
Henry gave him the Pegasus blood
Henry.
Yeah, I gave it to him.
that Henry got from Trailerine, where she got it like legally by asking the Pegasus for permission.
Damn.
Damn.
After what I assume is probably close to 6 hours of trying to find dirt on this dude, lawfully, Mavis is gonna do the dramatic noir detective move of taking off her glasses, blowing out a candle, and locking her office door for the night.
She's got an
And
office.
going to bed.
Got an office now.
She went to one of her grandchildren's houses and did this.
She's like, "Can I use your office?" Your
Hello, dear.
grandmother's been in
Hello,
there for 6
Constance.
hours.
Do you mind if I use your office for the night?
Sure,
course
Grandmama. Grandmama, why is it so
Thank
It's
you so
canon now,
much,
Bones. You have to
sweetheart.
do
I'll
that
make you
voice.
some cookies in the morning.
We are in a mood tonight,
We're in
apparently.
political bureaucracy mood.
I promise that is the last of the bureaucracy for Mavis, at least.
This might be one of those nights where we mute ourselves when we start having where we start
Yeah.
commenting randomly.
Okay. Alright. With that out of the way, Ember, you are looking for more information about the person who died.
Yep. Yeah.
You easily find your way to Glass Sparrow, kind of going in the same direction near Addie's own house of residence. And Addie, are you actually having Ember since you are familiar with the area?
If Ember tells me, I would probably be at home just checking on things and like doing some cleaning before we're off again.
I don't know if I actually.
Yeah, Ember,
I don't know if I actually say anything.
Did you tell anyone?
Probably not. Honestly, it's. I might like. Oh yeah, I've got things to take care of. And if anybody asks where, I'll be like, oh, out in this area. But I don't actually say anything about the murder. Because right now I don't have any reason
Alright,
to.
so
I don't have any
you're-
reason to believe it's relevant to anything we're doing.
Teehee. Yeah. So,
I don't like that.
you don't tell anyone about the rumor, of course, and you decide to go to Glass Barrow. You told the party that you have some business there, and no one really blinks an eye at it because like look, everyone has business everywhere nowadays. So you go down to Glass Barrow and roll an investigation check to see how easily you find like the family.
All right.
Before you leave, can I say that Henry asked if you need any help? Because I feel like Henry's been asking that from you a lot. Like, hey, you need any help? You need help with anything? Trying his best to, men. I don't want to say mend bridges, but just trying to be a friendly guy.
Bridge
Like,
the gap.
I mean, I was mostly just gonna do some talking to people today.
I'm good. I'm good with talking with people. Need any help or anything?
I mean, you're welcome to tag along, but I can't guarantee it'll be interesting.
That's fine by me. I really don't got anything going on, anyways.
All right. Which, if Henri comes along, I'll then be like, yeah, I heard this rumor, and I'm looking into it, not seriously, just sort of curious about it.
Are you curious about a dead guy?
I'm curious about a murder that was covered up. A maybe murder that was maybe covered up. That's a 15 investigation, though.
15 investigation.
Can I offer
it takes
the help action?
because you're also
Yeah.
because you're also there.
Yeah, it's
So
a
Say
15
one
Henry
either
so
way.
intimidating, that's actually disadvantage.
But
that's not fair.
And again, I do the thing where if anyone's like, "Hey, aren't you that champion?" Ember just goes, "Yeah, I get that a lot."
We look very similar.
I have one of those faces.
Oh, so maybe you're like a cousin. No. No.
No, no relation.
It was another 15 you got?
It was a yeah. The second one was lower, so it's a 15.
So 15. Okay, so it takes you a while. It does take you longer than you would have liked it to take, but eventually you do find the family in question. Give me one moment, because you know what? Screw it. It was a fairly large family, and not a fairly large, a fairly average family of humans, whose the
Amber is an
the
average kid that no one understands.
the uncle in the family, the mother's brother, died under what they say to be mysterious circumstances. Um, you eventually find like their house where they are, and you knock on the door and they open and they're kind of dressed in all gray, as that is the grieving color on in Sihonavan. And there is a woman with kind of like dark circles under her eyes, kind of not a gaunt face, but just kind of like sallow, and you could tell that her eyes are red and puffy, like she's been crying. And she says, "Oh, hello. May I help you?"
Yeah, I know I'm a stranger and I know I'm kind of out of the blue, and so if you tell me to fuck off, I will. I had heard rumors about what had happened, and I'm very sorry for your loss. Um, but I'm concerned about the idea that this might have been, um, if it was foul play, it was covered up. Um, consider me a concerned citizen.
Her eyes go glassy and shine with tears, and she says, "Yes, the wish isn't the concern. Ralph, he was he was such a good man. I can't believe he's gone now, and no one believes us when we say it was all planned. We just don't know what to do. No one's helping. I'm sorry, aren't the two of you one of the champions of the Hanavan?"
We get that a lot. No, I just have one of those faces.
Yeah, I'm also a handsome fellow, so I also get that a lot.
There's
What?
just what the lady sees upon that is Ember just turning to look at him, very deadpan, with no, just a blank expression before turning back to look at her and be like,
what makes you think it was foul play?
Because there was so much. Actually, please come. Would you like a cup of coffee? Do they have coffee?
Why not?
If you don't mind our intrusion.
Oh no, it's no bother whatsoever. It's nice to talk about Ralph and have people actually believe us or want to know what happened. Everyone just thinks it was an accident, that he was that clumsy, but none of us believed it.
I have to ask,
Please come in.
just for my sake, and I'm aware the answer is most likely no. Did I happen to know this guy even tangentially? I'm aware the answer might very well be no.
The answer is no.
Okay.
And it's no for very specific circumstances.
Got it. Gotcha.
Mm.
Okay. But I'll
Don't at me. I
But
can be
I'll
as cryptic as I like.
I will mate you if I want to.
Honor, do you also come in?
Yeah, I say as I walk in, I take it black and I look around.
Of course you take it.
Nice little house.
Wait, what was that?
Just wondering how the house looked. It's a nice little house.
I don't know if a fuck. It looks like a regular masonry house, stone house that's usually built in Nova Ether and Nova Ether particularly. It's made out of the same kind of like stone that the crater is made out of. And this house is actually like it's weirdly put. It's not exactly flat ground because of the way that the crater like scoops upwards. So it's kind of like a bi-level house, and you can see like the support beams under it. As you guys kind of walk up a staircase for the front door in the first place. And inside it's the same kind of like brick, very very cozy. There's like a couch with like a blanket thrown over it. It's kind of messy in the house, in like a kid way, and also in like a grieving way, where everyone should be like, like cleaning, where the house probably would look neater if they weren't in the middle of grieving a family member who died.
Right.
There is the downstairs that has the kitchen, the living room, uh, the larder, things like that, and you don't go upstairs, but the upstairs, there's like the beds and shit. Um,
Alright, regular old house.
Regular old house.
Alright, cool.
There is an office on this first floor.
I love that.
That's closed, that you can see. But other than that, looks like a regular house. She sits you down at a low table in the kitchen and pours both of you a cup of coffee before pouring one herself as you all sit down at this table. There's some houseplants.
Thank you.
Right. Thank you. Take it. I don't drink anything at first. I just kind of hold it as I like give her a moment to breathe.
Yeah, she does need a moment because she is rightly upset. You didn't see anybody else in the house, so you kind of gathered that she is the one who looks after it during the day. If she has kids, they're off at school. Her husband and I already established that families are pretty big. So like in this household, she has her four kids, her husband, her husband's sister, and then her brother who died.
Right. Right.
Okay.
And this is a very average sized family for the Arvosite Peninsula. Where are my glasses? I keep trying to push up my glasses, but I'm not even wearing them. Hold on, this is getting annoying.
Anime glasses moment, except you don't have the glasses.
Yeah.
Shing.
Oh well, I'll find them eventually. Just have to remember I'm not wearing these shits. And she sits down at the table. It's a pretty big table actually, enough for everyone obviously in her family to sit down at the same time, which is why it's a low table, which are very common in Sihonavan. And she kind of does the same thing as you, Ember. She just doesn't drink from her coffee right away. She just holds the mug in her hands as she kind of looks down at the grain of the table, and she says, Ralph was good man. He was a good man, and they say that he it was a farming accident, but I know Ralph. It wouldn't have been a farming accident, and not only that, there was just so much blood. I don't know why, but there was so much more blood than if he just got trampled by a horse or ran into the farming equipment, which he never would have done.
So, hold on. How did he die? If you don't mind me asking.
That's the thing. We don't know how he died. By the time we got news and by the time we saw the body to identify him, whatever had happened was already covered up. It barely looked like him anymore.
Did they say?
Yeah, what's did they report or the coroner say?
The coroner said it was lack of it was blood loss. It was blood loss. And give me one moment. Hey, someone, I just sent you a DM.
Ominous.
Very.
Not
I'm not even
ominous.
in the scene and I looked.
Same.
So how's everyone's weekend going?
Good.
Tired.
Pretty good.
The world ended in my other game, so it's chill.
Oh, that sucks.
Mm-hmm.
They they said it was blood loss because he had an accident with some farming equipment. Um, a plow to be exact, but there was just so much burns on him, and when he slashes that, we just don't believe that.
So what, do you think he was murdered?
Yes, we think he was murdered, and by the time we got there, it was all covered up because everyone keeps saying it was the farming equipment, but there's no way could have been farming equipment if there was that much burns and that much blood. We just don't understand. Don't know why the city guard isn't helping us. We don't know why the other farmers no no one was around to see what happened.
Did your brother have any enemies? Was he involved in anything that you know of?
No, Ralph was. You can go check his study. Ralph was the accountant in our family. He was the one who makes sure all of the things got paid, and not only paid right, but also made sure that we had enough money for the winters. I
If he was an accountant, what then was he theoretically doing near farming equipment?
That's what we don't know.
Do you know if his behavior or his schedule had changed recently?
Not that I'm aware. That
Was
anyone's
he
aware.
was he acting odd days before? Paranoid or scared or
Not that I can recall. Let me actually roll the dice on that one. Not that I can recall at all. He seemed perfectly normal, and then he was here one day and just gone the next.
No strange letters, no odd, suspicious people hanging around.
None of that. Ralph would have let us know known if there were suspicious people hanging around the children.
Right.
Hmm.
Um,
I'm sorry if I'm overimposing here. Is there any way we could take a look at his study?
that's what I was about to ask.
Great minds think alike.
Uh,
My friend here tends to have an eye for these kind of things.
Again, if you tell us to leave, we will. I know we're total strangers asking about this.
roll a persuasion check.
I would like
One
to
of
give
you
advantage.
two, one of you two have to roll a persuasion
What's
check.
your persuasion
I mean,
on?
I mean, they are the only people who are giving a shit. I feel like that has to count at least for something.
I got a +4 to my persuasion.
I have a -1. You take it with advantage. I'll
Right,
help
I
you.
will do
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I shall do that. Oh, my first roll was actually a nat 20, so I don't think I'm gonna take
Oh fuck yeah.
that advantage.
Okay, nat 20 for total of 24. She says, of course, please, if you can find anything in there that will help us, it would be much appreciated.
Yeah, I mean, while we're here, I guess take a look around.
Thank you. Really thank you. I understand that this is a lot to trust strangers in this moment.
Of course, just thank you so much.
We'll be respectful. You're welcome.
It cut.
What was that? Sorry, I cut you off.
Sorry, I was gonna say something stupid. After you said respectful, it cuts to a scene of us in the room, and it's like 5 minutes later, and the whole thing it's like flipped upside down.
Ember would not let you.
Best way to get on a grieving family's bad side.
Ember would not let you.
Yeah, that's how you get fucking stabbed by a vengeful relative.
So, what were you saying, Ember, before Henry cut you off?
Oh, just I don't remember.
Don't
Gotta
remember?
be
Okay, that's fine.
respectful.
Yeah,
you guys
just will be respectful.
You guys go into the study. It's fairly normal study. You know, regular desk, parchment papers kind of everywhere, bookshelves full of books, and scrolls and the like. And there is an abacus on the on the desk. You know, for
Nerd.
he was an accountant. He did the family's money.
I know. Still,
Yeah,
nerd.
talk
Ultimate
about
nerd.
too much bureaucracy, am I right?
You're so
Freaking
right.
accountant's the victim.
Anyway, looks fairly normal on the surface, but you guys roll me an investigation check. One of you can roll this, or one of you can give advantage.
Investigation? Is there any chance I can make this perception?
I would like to roll investigation. I'm good at it.
I have to sell me on that one. What are you perceiving?
Um,
Because
I will if
Or
it
you
if it helps. Is I will full like shift because it'll give me an advantage on any wisdom checks. But the idea is that I am like sharpening my senses, both sight and smell. Um, also, I have a +13 to perception normally,
Holy shit!
and my investigation's a +2. So it is like Ember. Probably at the very first thing is like standing in the doorway, just taking in the room and first noticing if anything looks or smells or generally comes off weird.
The vibes are off.
I'll allow it.
I would
Vibe
like to do
check.
investigation.
Vibe check a room.
And I will use up my shifting feature for this.
Okay, so
Give me a
Honor,
second.
you're rolling investigation, and Ember, you're rolling perception.
Hey. I got a 26 on my investigation.
It's hilarious. I also got a 26 on my perception.
Yo, twinsies.
Yo!
I rolled a 13 for a 26.
So, Henry, you are while Ember is taking in the room first, you let Ember take what was I saying? Fuck. You let Ember take in the room first. She uses her shifter feature and closes her eyes for a moment before opening them and scanning the room for anything that might seem off or weird. And when you both go into the room, she still does that as you investigate, pull out some scrolls, the like, and when you two are near the desk, that's when you both kind of figure it out. Because Henry, you're the one who's investigating, but Ember, you're the one who notices, or I guess you could say, like with that 26, you hear that something in the desk is hollow, and it is a false bottom that it has. And with a look to each other, you kind of it's not hard to discern. It's not hard to get open. It's not locked or magically trapped or anything like that. It just looks to be like a regular false bottom that if you know what you're looking for or suspect there's
Right.
something there that you'll find.
Right. Right.
And when you open it, it seems fairly normal, actually. There are some scrolls about the that look like to be like about the family's accounting business, a pouch of gold, probably, for safekeeping or for rainy days. Um, and remember, you see like this little diary. What's everyone? What are your two languages that you can speak?
Common, Dwarvish, Elvish, Gnomish, and Halfling.
Let's see. Abyssal and Common.
Okay, so you both spy this little diary because that's what it is, and you open it up and you can't actually read it. You can do a check to see if you recognize the language, but you can't read it.
I'd like to
But
do that check.
okay, what check would that be?
Intelligence?
Yeah, I would say a general intelligence check.
I
but
would
I
like
feel
to also do
Yeah.
that.
All right.
I'm cool with general intelligence.
Once again, either both of you can do the check, or one of you can give the other advantage.
I just have a +2 to my intelligence.
I have +3 if you want to give me advantage.
Yeah. All right. I'll give you advantage.
All right, cool. Okay, that's good. My first roll was kind of low, but my second roll is 22.
22. With the 22, Henry, you know that this is celestial.
Oh.
It's probably celestial for certain reasons, like, oh, I'm writing my personal effects in this language that no one understands, so they can't read my shit if they happen to find it. But as you're flipping through the diary, Henry, you spy something very interesting. And it's interesting because you know exactly what this symbol means. And we're gonna go into the one-on-one chat really quick.
Oh.
Aww.
Bye bye.
Oh,
Wait,
guys.
hold on. Do you want me to come with for recording purposes?
Up to Ike.
Ike?
Nah.
Okay.
Are you gonna remember what happened otherwise?
I remember.
I will. I'm writing it down. Yeah, I'm writing all this down.
All right.
Okay. On one, I guess.
Hello, YouTube.
Hello, YouTube.
You might as well just pause it. Pause the recording, unless I would fuck it up badly.
No, I won't. I'll go ahead and pause it. Just someone remind me to unpause it.
Unpause!
We're unpaused.
I'll tell you the story. Yeah, I'll tell you the story later, Kate.
I gotta hear this.
No, you don't get to hear anything, Justin. You're too special.
You sound like my mother. Okay.
Special
let's see.
man.
Special little
I'm your
boy.
mother. No.
Okay. Henry spends a minute flipping through the diary, the journal, or whatever we're calling it. He looks at the symbol for a second. He's like, I'm gonna be straight with you. I can't read any of this, but it's in Celestial for sure. And I might have to read a book on this or something, but this symbol here, I'm pretty sure it's an old religious symbol for, what the fuck is this name again? Zoth.
Who?
So, Zoth, some kind of god.
The god of wizardry and spells.
It's coming back to me now. He was the god of wizardry and spells.
Okay, interesting.
So I don't know if this guy was like, in a cult or something, or he was reading up on him. I don't know. I'm not sure.
I don't want to take the journal if it's important to her, but this was also a hidden one, and maybe one of the others can read Celestial. What's the chances that Mavis can as a cleric?
I'm not sure. Well, it's not really up to us. It's up to her. She might want to pass it along to the authorities. I mean, I can't really read this, but it might be just what she needs to prove that this wasn't a accident.
The problem is that if they are covering it up, she hands it over to them, chances are this notebook will just be burned.
Ow.
That's true.
We won't take anything without permission, but I, would like to ask her if we can take this. And we can see if I can
Henry
get it
gives you
translated.
the book. Yeah, see what she says, I guess.
Is that it?
Was there anything else of note in the room?
He had some. Now that you know that, he was a warlock of some sort, you can see some of the bits and bobs around the room, like plants, a shelf full of rocks, things like that, are actually spell components that you notice. So, yeah, so what looked like regular, just like knickknacks and plants. Now you know, hey, this guy was a warlock. He had a spell component just like chilling in his office.
Okay.
Maybe he was enthusiastic of the occult.
Yeah, was this his hobby?
Yeah, a man needs a hobby. Some guys like building model trains. Others like collecting artifacts of
Yeah.
the cult.
This guy was a hot topic special. I love the idea. I love the idea of the occult accountant.
Cult accountant.
Oh man, imagine rolling up to the office in your Panic in the Panic at the Disco shirt in your cubicle, crunching numbers. Hey, Fred, you got those? Got the spreadsheet for me? Yeah, sir. Here you go.
Oh, the demon summoning? Yeah, here you go.
Yeah, so you exit the office, and Ralph's sister, Marianne, I guess. Fuck, I didn't. Whatever. Mary, she's at the table still, and when you guys enter, she looks up and she's like, "Did you find anything?"
Yeah, we did. Hidden in a false bottom, there was a diary of sorts. We can't read it. It's not in a language that either of us understand, but we might have friends who can.
Well, do you speak Celestial? Seems like your brother did.
Celestial? Oh heavens, no.
In that case, I wanted to ask if you'd be all right with us taking it with us to get a translation.
You said it was Ralph's diary?
It looks like a diary of sorts.
What if you can't bring it back?
I'll bring it back. Well, potentially the other option is that we could take a copy of it now. We'll leave you with the actual diary, and we can get a translation of the copy.
I think I would be more amenable to that. Maybe
Of
a few
course.
pages just to see what was in there. Maybe the latest entry, just in case someone was after him.
Of course. Yeah, that's what the plan was. If for the copying. And we can do it right here in front of you, so you know we aren't tampering with the book.
I think I would appreciate that.
Of course.
Say, was your brother into the occult? We just noticed some things in his room. Little knickknacks
The
and
occult.
yeah. I mean, you said he was an accountant, but even accountants have hobbies, right?
While Henri's asking that, I'll take the book, take out some paper, and start like very carefully copying what I see in like the latest entries.
Ralph's hobby wasn't the occult. He crafted. He made sweaters for us.
I'm just saying, you know. Well, did he work with magic at all? He just had some spell
Do
focuses
you
and the
have
like
any
in
of those
there.
sweaters still?
She's wearing one.
Do I get any sense that it might be magical?
No, you do not. Just a regular sweater.
Okay.
Made of cashmere. Very nice.
Very nice.
I'm just
Gotcha.
saying, we deal with the occasional magic caster and enthusiasts of the arts and whatnot, and there were just telltale signs in his room, so I was just a little curious.
Well, if he was, I didn't know anything about it.
Okay. Maybe I'm wrong. You knew your brother best, of course, and I'm sorry again for your loss.
Yes, it's been very hard on us. Was there anything else in the false bottom? Anything at all?
There wasn't, right? It was just a notebook?
It was a notebook, some papers, and a pouch of gold.
Oh, yeah. I'll hand the papers and the pouch of gold over too.
Oh my, I can't believe he was. She reads the paper and she says, and she a tear slips out of her eye, and onto the parchment that she's reading, and she says, "Oh, Ralph,
Do you
taking
mind
care of us even after."
do you mind if I ask what it says?
It basically says, "Hey sis, uh, if you're reading this, it means that I don't want to be like, oh yeah, something happened to me, solve my murder, but it's like, this is for a rainy day. If I'm out of the country or whatever for a while, I'll probably tell you about this false bottom that's in my desk. Um, here's some gold if you need it for you and the kids, and for Jake and Nora. Uh, just I'll be back soon. Hugs and kisses, Ralph."
Oh.
Oh, so according to that letter, he was looking to possibly leave for a little bit, right?
Or he might have needed to for some reason. Just disappear.
Um, Mary says, "No, I don't think it was that. He was talked about visiting Zexclesia, and when the war was over, the Styx blinds, and he he always wanted to travel, but he knew about the responsibilities that he had here, that we all have here. I'm just so upset that he couldn't go and do what he pleased, and now he's gone."
I'm sorry.
Thank you. Yeah, it doesn't take you long to copy down the last entry of the of his journal.
Mm-hmm.
And that you finish up your coffee, you say a few more words to Mary, and you leave her with the original journal, everything like that, and you kind of make your way back out of Glass Barrow.
Before I do leave, I want to turn to her and be like, for right now, of course, I imagine it's probably best not to say anything about the journal. If anyone asks.
Yes, of course. I'll probably put it into that. And you said it was a false bottom. I'll probably put it back there,
Okay.
just in case.
Good idea.
Yeah. And that's it. That's where I'll leave it.
Yeah. Definitely. I think on the way out, Henry would turn to, as they're like walking down the street back to the others, he probably would turn over to Amber and say something like, sorry if this is a little insensitive, but why exactly are we doing this again?
I couldn't tell you. I think it's just instinct. But something about a murder being covered up here in Nova Ether of all places didn't sit right.
Huh. All right. Well, hopefully we find some closure in those pages then.
I hope so. I hope it's straightforward.
I'm not sure how straightforward a guy who leaves a journal in his little hidden apartment in the desk would be.
We've all got secrets. This is
That's
about
true.
as straightforward and simple as an accountant has secrets can get. I'm gonna be honest.
That's true. I guess he was kind of into weird stuff. It might just be a whole bunch of ramble or something.
I don't know. Could be that he found himself in a small time support group or cult or something.
Could be, yeah.
It might just
mean,
be.
there's-
I might just be blowing this out of proportion.
There's desperate people everywhere. Makes sense to me.
Yeah. Thank you for your help, though.
I mean, not a problem. I didn't really have anything else going on either way, so it's either that or watch Mavis breathe for an hour. So.
Well, hopefully, one of the others can translate this. Which
We'll see.
we have communication. We have a long distance communication, right?
Yeah, sending zones.
Are those to everyone, or are those just to the Archmage?
I think they're between.
I think they're walkie-talkies.
Yeah, they're equivalent of walkie-talkies.
I gave everyone sending stones.
Yes.
I don't remember if they link
Yes,
just
I
to
did.
the Archmage or if they link to all of us.
They linked their walkie-talkies.
Cool.
Yeah.
I will then.
There's a specific sending stone that the Archmage gives you for when you go to other planes that
Got
links
it.
up with her.
Got it. I will
Okay.
pull out the sending stone and be like, "Hey, sorry folks, this is Ember. A random question: does anyone speak Celestial? Can anyone read Celestial? I should say.
Oh, I can.
Great. Do
Why?
you have some spare time to translate some pages for us?
Yes, and I'm saying that because you've made me curious. I'm at my house right now, so feel free to stop by.
Where's your house again?
I give.
It's in
well,
Glassbarrow.
Yeah.
Like stop in the middle of Glassbarrow, and I'm like,
What street are you on? Well, like, where are you?
I like give Hattie the streets, and like, we're actually in Glassbarrow here.
You just
and
passed
cross
by this
street.
bagel shop.
Oh, the bagel shop. That's so good. Yeah. Go down like 2 blocks, take a left. Down like 1 block, then you'll take a right, and I'm pretty much 3 houses down on the right.
Got it. Redirect that way.
You go
Are you the
that
one
way.
Are you the one that has the lawn ornaments that look like frogs?
No, that is Mrs. Jenkins. She's a lovely woman. No, I
Alright, so
have.
look what's up.
Yeah. No, I have sort of the house that has constant children drawing on it because I can't really bother to shoo them off.
Oh, you just have kids drawing on the outside of your house?
Yes, they like the texture. It's good for chalk.
I can get them away from your house if you want.
No!
Gonna lower your property values.
Why does that sound so ominous, Henri?
That I don't care about property values. I'm probably going to die in this house when I'm fuck, I don't know, old as balls. Be the toddling old crazy lady that like walks down the road and gives kids slightly
Almost.
linty
I think-
lollipops.
I think either
Are you
way,
giving
Henry.
unwrapped lollipops?
That's what old people do.
I think either way, when Henry comes to, when he's like going to the front door, he gives the kids like a look. You know what I mean? And he's kind of like, "Didn't your damn parents teach you better? Get off this fucking house. Get out of here."
Just you do that and you turn, you just see Ember giving you that like flat deadpan look again.
What? You
Anyways,
should know better than this.
Addie, we're here.
Oh, that's what's wrong with this country. A bunch of
And
self-entitled
that's
kids
why
just
I
walking
think
around.
we need a labor union, Addie. The town needs a labor union. The city needs a labor union.
Just hear that.
I'm
like,
putting
oh,
you on mute, Till.
Till's here
And I
too.
like.
Oh damn! I wish you would have told us Till was here. Wouldn't have.
As you all are arriving at the house, you hear on the message tones.
Oh, it was on the message. She was on the message. I was on a way call.
Oh.
You'll hear on the sending stones. What's happening? I was taking a nap.
Oh,
We're definitely
Mavis,
not
do you
doing
wanna
anything. Go
hear
back to
about-
sleep.
Do you want to hear about the need for labor unions within the port industry?
I am actually interested in hearing this conversation about labor unions. I've talked to enough laborers to know that it would be necessary. However, this may not be the time for that.
You interrupted our conversation, and I'll hang up.
Yeah, at this time I'd probably open the door. Welcome back. Give a pointed look sort of at Henry.
Nice to
We
see
can
you
go
too.
to the library. Come on. Please wipe and take off your shoes or wipe your feet. No, I don't like dirt in my house. I just mop the floors.
Oh, that's nasty.
I mopped the floors. Yeah, you can see like Addie is in like really casual clothes, like full Sophie from Howl's Moving Castle cleaning mode.
I'm so here for it.
Yeah, would wave the others, wave Henry and Ember down to the library. It's a very narrow hallway, and it just looks slightly off, like this was an add-on to the house. And Addie will pull out like a ring of keys and unlock the library doors and lead them in. The room is absolutely filled with books. Like there are large, some kind of wood shelving that is just packed with books. Take
Well,
a
this is a fire hazard.
Well, that's why there's never any fire in here. There's this, and Addie will cast light on some empty sconces, and the room starts to illuminate with good lighting. My desk is over here, and she'll turn, and like there's like a little loft, like walk up the stairs, expecting people to follow behind. All the while, this whole room is just completely covered in shelves and books. So, what do you need me to read? What is it? Celestial, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, pull out the papers. It's a copy of a journal written in Celestial.
Oh, it's an odd thing you don't really find every day. Grab my little reading glasses. Ike, what does it say?
Hold on, I'm chewing.
What are you eating?
Yeah, God.
Cheetos.
Yeah, have you guys ever had Korean corn dogs? They're actually pretty good.
No, but apparently there's a
That's
place
the
nearby
fried
us.
potato and cheese stick.
Yeah, yeah. I had.
I
one of
want
those the other day.
to.
There's apparently a place near us up here in Rochester, actually.
Not only
did
that, the place that I get them also sells mochi donuts. So those are really
Mochi
good.
nut?
Mochi donuts.
Yeah, it's called a mochi nut.
Oh yeah, that's the place that's open near me. I have 2 of them now.
Oh yeah, that's the place that's near us.
And one
Okay,
that's like
I'm
9
finished.
months now. They're pretty good.
This is God speaking, and
Hi, God.
Addie, so you can read Celestial. You can read and speak Celestial fairly well. This is in a weird dialect that you can't really parse out too well. You can still read it, but the grammar is really off, and so is a lot of the spelling. It's like the difference between regular English and Old English. That people basically spelled how it sounded, but it didn't really sound right anyway. So like who the fuck knows?
Hmm.
But you can parse out the story that this last entry basically entails, and it's that this person, Ralph, says that he thinks that people are after him. He doesn't. He knew he knew that there were risks when it came to becoming a warlock, but these people are after him, and he knows that his time is coming soon. So he's going to put away some gold and write a letter to his sister, crafting a fake lie about the money and what's going to be happening to him, and he's going to wish his family the best, but he can't guarantee he'll be living to see the next sunset. And that's kind of where it ends.
That's rather depressing. I would relay that to them, and I'd probably start sort of transcribing also a into common version of this entry for the others to look over themselves if they're interested. Where did you find this?
If you're living in Glass Barrow, have you heard the rumors of an accountant who died due to like a
Have,
farm
have I heard
equipment
the
accident?
rumors? Have I heard the rumors?
Roll a history check.
Plus 9. 18.
So yes, despite being mostly at Castle Dalen, for despite being mostly at Castle Dalen and the college in Nova Ether, learning like spells and how to enchant items and things like that, you have heard just kind of in passing about the man who died. You were at the bagel shop, you were at the flea market, you were at one of the stores, and you happened to overhear, like, oh yeah, Mary Ann's brother Ralph died, and they don't know what to do about like the finances and stuff like that. Just kind of things tangentially before you like were moving on with your day, or before people moved on with their days, and you couldn't eavesdrop anymore. Things like that.
Yes, I did. I left some flowers in a casserole for them, just the other day. It was a
Yeah.
farming accident, though, from what I
Okay.
heard.
The family believes it was a murder covered up. It was foul play. Something about it bothered me, so I went and talked to her today. Found this journal with Henri in a false bottom in his desk. It was all written in Celestial.
All of it in Celestial. Just
Well, Henri's the one that identified it.
right.
Yeah, I can't read it. So
It's
you're the next best now.
this was like trying to read Old Common. It was very strange in a dialect I almost couldn't recognize myself. Does it make any mention of the god that they found, the Zuth, or not?
It really doesn't.
Okay.
Well, in it says, he knows that Azoth won't answer his prayers. They don't answer anybody's prayers, or like he doesn't. This god is known for not talking to his patrons, to his followers, etc., etc. So he knows that Azoth won't, answer him, but he's still hoping that somehow he'll get out of this like alive, and obviously he did it.
What do I know about Zuth? Do I have anything in my library?
You know about Zoth because you are a wizard and you went to college. You're going to college more accurately, and they put a lot of like emphasis on Azoth because he is the god of wizardry and spells. He is also associated with knowledge, and often worshipped by wizards and scholars. They are primarily distinguished by the magic they wield and the crest they display on their person at all times. And there are various shrines and temples dedicated to him over the country, most notably in Nova Ether and Lotus River City in the colleges. Is known for not appearing to mortals ever, and rarely even aids his most devout followers.
He kind of, you know, he's a bit of a recluse, and that's sort of saying something, but. Oh my god. He's
What? Wait, what are we laughing about? Someone post something?
In voice chat.
Voice chat. The Stooties.
Poor bastard.
So what? You got
Well.
mixed up. You got mixed up with another god who ain't worth shit.
Not, I wouldn't say that, although it's a little ironic coming from me, and I gesture to my tattoos. Zuth isn't a terribly caring god. He is a recluse, as many wizards are, and I gesture to my library. He doesn't really even appear before his most devoted followers. He doesn't. He just does whatever the fuck he does as a god of wizardry and knowledge. But he's very popular, and many follow him. I'm surprised that this Ralph person took the risk of becoming a warlock of his. That is certainly something. And no small feat, probably, getting Zeus' attention.
Well, he got his attention long enough to get powers, and then that's it.
Would it be... There might be... Well, there might be more clues into the rest of his journal.
His sister wasn't terribly keen on us taking the journal.
Would
she's
she
a little
be
distraught.
alright if we went back so that I could read and transcribe it? That's something we'd have to ask her, of course.
Yeah, probably not today though. Give her some
Hmm.
time
Hmm.
before we barge in again.
Yeah, she was a little
Fair
shook
enough.
before we left.
Fair enough. They didn't know that he was a warlock.
They didn't.
I don't
no.
think so. Yeah, they didn't even know he did any magic at all or anything. They just thought he was an accountant.
Truly an awful
Right.
thing when you learn something about someone you love that you wish you didn't.
Hee hee.
And don't tee-hee be God.
Yeah,
I don't think he's that type of accountant either, Till. Well, I suppose the next time we go, we can, well, it would be up to her if she wanted to read the fully transcribed version. Poor woman.
yeah.
And she's
Something about this just didn't sit right.
no. Now that you bring it to my attention as well, it's not sitting right with me either. Well, thank you for bringing this to me. I'm happy to help, of course. Any tea on your way out?
We just had coffee.
Cleaning the house. I
We
see.
just had coffee from her. If I have any more caffeine, I'm worried I might. Ember, who's still like sort of deadpan and like no change, is like, I'm worried if I have any more caffeine, I might I don't know, might my heart rate might go too high. I don't know.
Strong stuff coffee. Can't really stand it myself. Thanks for coming by.
Yeah.
I don't really know how to end a conversation, to be perfectly honest. This is just all very dour, all about. But I'll
see you back at Castle Dalen. That's probably where I'm gonna be headed.
All right. I'll see if anything in the guild, if anyone in the guild knows anything. But doubtful if the family hasn't put in a formal bounty, and with how little there is to go on, I also doubt that would have.
And be careful. Of course, if somebody's covering this up, don't want to.
Yeah, I'm very good about this sort of thing. I'm very discreet.
I'm sure. I'm just, you're my friend, and I'm worried. Be careful.
I will. You both be careful as well.
I will. I'm gonna go now.
Cool.
Yeah, I
Yes,
think my
please
name's gonna
do.
get
I still
canceled
have
as well.
I still have so much fucking laundry to do. And dusting and all the other fucking things to do to maintain a house. I did not know having a house would be this much fucking work.
I wouldn't know. I'm just gonna.
Just awkwardly lead them back
Yeah,
to my
yeah.
front door.
Yep.
Alright, everyone, don't leave just yet. I'm heading out. Over to you now, Addie, alright? I hope I haven't missed much.
Oh damn! Let's get out of here. Let's go.
Okay,
Fuck.
Mavis.
And Till's been on mute this entire time. No.
Bill hung up.
Well, I guess I'm going to make some tea for Mavis.
Be like, I'll call it Mavis. Be like, actually, Mavis, I was heading back to Castle Dale, and I have things to do there. Still.
Oh, but you'll miss such important information, Ember. Are you sure?
About what?
What do you
About what we were meeting about? I assume you all waited for me to get there before you started.
It wasn't anything like for the whole party. I just needed some pages translated.
Oh, well, why didn't you say so? Come over tomorrow and I can translate anything you want.
There, thank you. Addie's got that covered. How about I come over for
Sorry, you broke up a little bit there. What would you say?
Addie's got it. How about I come over tomorrow for like an afternoon tea? Addie's already got the translation covered, but I can come over for like snacks.
Oh, that would be lovely, dear. I'll set you down in my calendar.
Oh god, you got
For-
grandmother
Sorry.
guilted.
Yeah,
You got
yeah.
grandmother guilted.
For Addie and Henri's sake, Ember is wincing as she says, "I could come over for snacks." It's like visibly wincing as she's like, "Oh shit."
Do you want morals? Do you want moral support? Do you need backup?
Help.
Okay, I'll come. Mavis, do you mind if I also drop in? Tea and snacks sound lovely.
What's the more the merrier?
I'll bring some biscuits then.
Help.
Do I have any flour?
No need,
Help,
dear.
I've
I'll
never
have
had a
fresh
grandmother before.
Neither have I. I don't know what to do with her. She's so old.
Well, you guys have fun with that. I'm definitely not gonna be there. I'm gonna be at the castle.
I look at Henri and I'm like, absolutely not. You're coming too.
Well, why do I have to come?
Oh,
I
Phil's
literally
not
have to deal with her all
hearing
the
you.
time.
Because
Phil
I'm
saved.
asking.
It'll also be a good time for us to sort of fully reconvene about literally fucking everything.
As long as the two of you don't bring Henri, alright? He doesn't.
Oh.
He's been trying to get my snickerdoodle recipe for the last 7 years, and I won't let him have it. Not even a hint.
I have not. I don't know what the hell she's talking about.
Damn.
Call up. Hey Till, do you wanna come with me and
I'm not
Addie?
in the call. I hung up.
Oh, I'm specifically calling Till now and being like, "Hey Till,
Yeah.
I just accidentally signed myself up for tea and snacks with Mavis
Nope, hangs
tomorrow."
up.
Calls again. Addie's gonna be there.
When you're good, hangs up.
You fucking suck. You're the worst. Why are we friends?
I won't tell you about the cool celestial pages we translated if you don't come.
You're right, Pepper. I'm still saying no.
All right, you're lost. You miss out on the mystery.
No. Fine. Fine. But Omri has to come so that way we have that form of entertainment.
What? She just said she didn't want me there.
Tough shit.
Fucking cope. Wouldn't you want to go because she doesn't want you to go?
Hi, Pepper.
No, I don't want to be around her. This is the only time that we come to agreement, and that is that we don't want to be in the same room with each other.
You really want to agree with Mavis? Wow, your bar has fallen, Henri.
She might be a little slow, but she ain't slow when it comes to that. So, yes, I'm fine with agreeing on that topic.
Okay.
Ember asked me if it's tomorrow I could do it. No, I'll come. I'll come for you, okay? I won't come for her. I'll come for you.
Thank you.
Don't expect me to be on my best behavior. Be nice with her, or eat her fucking snickerdoodles. I don't care. I'll just
That's
sit
all
there.
right. That's all right.
Cool, fine. I'll live with that.
8 charisma Ember getting
Chaos.
3 people
Chaos.
dragging the other 3 into a meeting with Mavis.
It's called the trauma of Catholic guilt.
Yeah.
Say we head back to the castle, though. I'm beat.
Yeah, back to the castle.
Well, have a safe walk. I'll be there later. Probably. Maybe. I don't know. I might pass out in bed.
Anyway, that
Mavis shows up
night-
an hour later.
Oh no.
That night, after collaborating with your fellow party members,
Oh, actually, really quick, could I
up?
ask, Shroud? Could I ask Shroud, like, if they've heard anything, or if, like, it's unusual for someone to be a warlock of Zuth, or how that would work?
yeah, you can act Shroud.
Be a Zuthid?
You know, once you motherfucker. Once Henri and Ember are like absolutely gone and have been like walking down the road for 10 minutes, would Addie be like, Shroud,
Yeah, what's up?
what is your take on all of
My take.
that?
My take is that this is I mean, it's pretty fucked up, don't you think? Like, damn, I gets murdered.
Well, no shit. That. Do you know anything about like who would be hunting warlocks?
Hunting warlocks? No, not me. That sounds
I
fucking
didn't-
crazy, don't you know?
I didn't say you. I just said who, royal who.
I don't know who. What makes you think I know who?
I don't know. You're fucking connected to a god.
I mean, yeah, sure, but I'm under strict, very strict orders to be hush hush about the entire thing. You know?
You're. Mm.
Yeah.
So you can't even tell me a vague religious organization or a cult or even, I don't know, some dickhead who fucking
That's a good one.
who just had beef with Ralph, this man, this poor bastard.
No, this is some random guy. No, I don't know.
So you don't talk with the, I don't know, other you-ish people? You don't gossip around the water cooler? Like,
You got friends?
No, I keep to myself. Listen, those other
suck.
people,
Couldn't be fucking
they
me.
were- they are annoying as hell. Like I gotta tell you that they are annoying as the 9 hells. Do not want any part of that.
Yes, I'm sure they're so miserable. Like you aren't. Also extreme. Fine, whatever.
What was that? What was that?
Nothing. Nothing.
Listen.
I said absolutely nothing.
Yeah, sure. The things I
yes.
get. Anyway, bye.
Fuck you. Fuck off. You do absolutely jack shit. You leave my refrigerator running. My
Yeah, you
refrigerator
better
open.
go catch it.
I throw I throw a rag at them.
They go incorporeal. Yeah, you missed. Bing bong.
Eat shit and die.
That's crazy. I would like to do something later tonight, by the way, DM.
Yes, I got your message.
Sorry, I'm just like
Shrouded in bullshit. I like that.
shit.
Shit drop.
You know what? You
That's
know
his new
what?
name.
That's a new nickname. That's a new Shred. Your new nickname is Shred. Fuck you.
It- Y'all are fucking feral tonight.
I'm
just said
trying to
same
keep it in
thing.
the voice chat.
I've managed to keep it in the voice chat for a bit now. Try to not interrupt.
Let's get through the rest of this before we have to head off for the night, because I do want to kick off
Have you taken your meds?
the next subsection before the end of tonight, if you guys do not mind.
Meds.
So, you guys reconvene with Mavis, have some snacks, have talk about everything that you learned over the last couple of days of your downtime. And Henry, where are you at night? Are you at Castle Dalen? Are you at a tavern somewhere?
I'm in my room in Castle Dalen.
Okay, so you're in your room in Castle Dalen, and what do you do? Is there a
Henry,
specific thing that you have to say? A spell you have to cast?
Henry goes to the windowsill. He opens it up, and he kind of bites on his thumb, kind of pierced a little bit, and then right on the corner of the window, he kind of draws a little small blood sigil, and then he walks away from the window, and he kind of paces back and forth in his room, just kind of waiting. You know, he's looking pissed off, pushed around some things, but he's just kind of pacing back and forth,
All right.
waiting for something to happen.
So, I have to wait incredibly long, and after about 10-15 minutes, a raven comes and perches on the windowsill, and it cocks its head at you and says, "Yes, delivery."
There you are, you fucking dirty bird. I've been waiting all day. Like all night. I need you to pass along a message.
Message? Who? What color?
Who? Pass it along to Green. Tell him it's important. I need it done tonight.
And tonight, green. Got it.
Tell him. Henry kind of sits down for a second, kind of conflicted. Fuck. Tell him there's this house in Glassboro. There's a room off in the back, east corner. In one of the desks, there's a false little shelf. There's a journal in there. Tell him to get someone to get rid of it. It needs to be done tonight. And also make sure that you tell him not to make it obvious.
Not obvious.
Yeah, you know,
Journal.
tell him to mess up the
Nah.
room a little bit, like they were searching, like they didn't know it was there right away. Either way, it's important that you get rid of that journal.
Obvious. Not too obvious. Got it.
Okay? And something for White too. Tell him or ask if they know about a goat thing. A
I'm
goat
sorry, what
creature
was that?
thing.
Oh, goat creature thing? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, kind of explain it. That's secondary though. Just get that first thing to Green.
Green. Got it. Anything else?
That's all.
Got it. And the raven flies off.
the
Fuck.
the temptation to be like, hey, hey, let's make this more dramatic, but no. Fuck.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be
Don't be
suspicious.
suspicious.
Don't
Don't
be
be
suspicious.
Half wanted, and I mean this fully jokingly. Half wanted to be like, yeah, Ember was on her way there and started overhearing. No, no.
That would be extremely spicy. But we're not gonna do that.
No.
So a couple of days pass by, and you guys go through, the boom that Nova Ether has again with all the residents coming back from the holidays. Addie, you continue your lessons of Trailerine, and Ember, you kill Mavis and Henry. Mavis and Henry, you get your items, the Cloak of Protection and the Chainmail +1 armor, so you can both add that to your inventories. Till
Yes.
you continue to dig around with Ember about all of the things that you've learned over the holiday, and before you know it, Trailerine is one morning that rises bright and early. Trailerine tells you all to meet her in her office, as it is urgent and it has something to do with your business as champions. All of you, of course, make your way to her office, flanked on either side by the 2 guards as normal, and knock before coming in. And Trailerine's office, once again, is always kind of messy. But it does look a little bit more cleaned up than it usually is. Addie, you know that through being with Trailerine often, that Cricket is there because they can do a lot of levitations at once, and there are always and scrolls and accounts and archival work that Trailerine always needs to reference or look at or take to a meeting, and it's because of that her office is kind of dirty, but not dirty, messy. But there's always, the light streaming in from the skylight in the roof, and she always has time for you and all the other champions should the need arise. And as you walk in there, she is still writing at her desk, but Eridonis is to her left, Cricket and Leto on her a few paces behind on the right, and she looks up when all of you enter, and she says, hello. Fuck, I didn't even practice my Trailerine voice. She says, hello, champions. Please come in. And take a seat. This is a debriefing. Eridonis here we have gotten new information about the next planar rip that will be occurring. We can't predict, of course, when it will be happening, but we do know that it will be occurring rather soonish.
Do we know where?
Yes, you all will be going to Port Town, as we've had an increase of magical activity over the rippling channel. We believe it will be the portal to the elemental plane of water, and as such, we have made a few items to make the foray into the plane of water a little bit more manageable for you all. Cricket, please. And Cricket comes forward and uses her horn to levitate a box from one of the shelves. It's rather large, and she takes it to Trailerine, who stands and opens it. And Trailerine says, "In here, we all have prepared you cloaks of the Manta Ray. They are a new." What the fuck is that? Hello? What the fuck was that? Huh?
What's what?
Something was just rumbling outside my goddamn window. What the heck?
Uh-oh.
Anyway,
It's windy
It's
here.
yeah, it's windy here. We got a wind warning, a wind advisory.
no, it wasn't even like wind. I think it was like a truck or something.
I don't know what to do it.
But that was really loud. There's no trucks in my neighborhood. Anyway, cloaks of the Monterey, and they are a new invention here, Nova Ether, made specifically by myself to help you all traverse the plane of water without any trouble of drowning, as that would be a real problem considering that none of you, as far as I'm aware, can breathe underwater. You can. That would be very interesting. But Eridonis here will debrief you. Please, Eridonis. And Eridonis says, yes, of course, Archmage. Now, all of you will be going into the elemental plane of water. And the item there is Saloon's item, the Nightfall Pearl. We do not know where it is in this. Actually, we know exactly where it is. You must go to. Oh shit. Hold on, I have this written down actually. I have this written down. Oh, where is it? Here it is.
I've never asked this. Is it possible to use 2 cloaks at once?
Probably put it on to be like a little
I
kinklet over your cloak.
Even if you could look kind of goofy, wouldn't it?
You will be you will all have to go to the Citadel of 10,000 Pearls and retrieve the Nightfall Pearl from the king there. Am I clear?
Does the king know we're coming?
King not know that you're coming, but if you but we have that prepared. Trailorine and Trailorine takes out a envelope from her desk that is made with waxed paper, and she says, "Take this. It is a letter of proof that you are to retrieve the Nightfall Pearl from him and be on your way. All in all, this should be a rather quick one, just going into the plane of water, retrieving the pearl from the king, and then coming back post haste via the. What was that thing that I gave y'all? I don't remember.
The Well of Worlds?
Yes,
Well, of
via
many
the
worlds.
the well of many worlds. We estimate that it should not take too long, but of course, as champions, things might arise that you will have to think on the fly for. We have contacts in Port Town to help you with this endeavor, and one of our head cartographers will be meeting you there. Well as Countess Anne Blackpearl. She is the person in charge of Port Town, and she will be the one giving you the most direction in this endeavor.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Okay.
Oh,
Any questions?
What's with all that, guys?
Well,
Um. Who's the cartographer?
Yes, the cartographer is, and Trailorine has a paper in front of her, and she squints as she looks over it, and she says, yes, a young tabaxi by the name of Nina Tell. She is a gifted cartographer, one of the best here on the Oversight Peninsula and Sihonavan as a whole, and she will be mapping out the route via water that you and your ship's captain, that is arranged by Anne Blackpearl, to take with you. She basically says that Nina is the one who is making the map that you guys will have to follow.
Right.
All
Like,
right.
oh, okay. Great.
Sorry, is her name Mina? M-I-N-A
Nina.
or Nina?
Nina.
And with an N, okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
Ooh.
And I'm assuming we don't know the captain we'll be traveling with beforehand.
No, I'm told that Countess Anne Blackpearl will be the one who is arranging all of that, so you will meet whomever that is at Port Town.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Should be
we're
interesting.
to get this right, we're just kind of sailing straight into the rift when it opens?
what's gonna happen to the boat? And the crew on the boat?
Or are we diving into the water and hoping for the
Yeah.
best.
Is it that we're sailing to where the rift opens and it'll be like on the ocean and then we dive down, or are we straight up sailing into the rift?
The first one. So, you
Okay.
will be sailing into the rift and coming out on the other side of the plane of water and then diving down.
Oh, actually, I have another question. How big is the pearl?
The Nightfall Pearl, it will fit comfortably inside of uh, the bag of holding that I'm sure Addie has told you about that she made now. It is not a very large item, but it is encased in, from what I remember and am told, an extremely ornate clam.
My concern is the size, seeing as how we didn't know how big the horn was when we were sent to get it.
Yes, that was a bit of an oversight, but we didn't have much time to debrief you on the matters of the horn before you left for the plane of air. The Nightfall Pearl is um about the size of this, and she taps on her staff. I don't know if I mentioned this, but she has a large crystal sphere on the top of her staff. Um, that it I don't, if you look at Trailerine's picture in the NPCs, that's how big the pearl is.
Hmm.
Okay, much more
Hmm.
manageable. Great. Okay.
Well, this should be fun. I haven't gone swimming in a while.
Is there anything we should know about like culture and etiquette when addressing the king?
Just
Should we
just
bring a
take care.
gift?
Yes, a gift should be fine. Eridonis, if you don't mind, please get that for us. And Eridonis nods to Trailerine and leaves out of the room, checking his pocket watch as he goes. And etiquette, just treat him with the respect that you would treat our Majesty here, King Dayland and Her Majesty the Queen as well. The etiquette is very, very much more relaxed there in the plane of water. But the king is quick to anger, so just care to walk on eggshells around him, if you will.
So
We're
Henry shouldn't
great at
speak
that.
all. Got it.
We're great
Wait.
at that.
Wait, what did Addie say?
Eggshells.
I couldn't hear you.
Eddie said, so Henry shouldn't speak at all. Got it.
Henri or Mavis or myself on
Or
any
me.
of us. Or any. I
Oh
cannot.
no, am I gonna have to be the
You.
am I
I
gonna have
have
to
a
be the
plus
face?
do
2
it.
to
I can
charisma.
do it.
I am fairly charismatic.
Hey, I'm good at talking with people. It's not my fault that if I'm pissed off, I tell how it is. But I know when to
Mavis, if
quiet, I
someone
guess.
snubs your pride even a little, you'll rain hellfire on them. Henri, I'm not even going to address that.
What?
It's not great. It's not a great look, I'm not gonna lie.
Just saying, you shouldn't be scared of sticking up for yourself.
It's not sticking up for yourself if you insult nobility. It's a fucking death wish.
Well, obviously, I'm not going to do
We'll
that.
figure it out. We'll be on our best behavior.
The tirade that you are. We do not want the Nightfall Pearl, of course, to not be given to us as easily as it should be because of social gaffes.
That's a nice way of putting it.
Regardless, we'll get it. It will be brought back. It will be fine. What is a small session in court?
Agonizing a long time.
But a necessary evil, unfortunately.
I recommend that you do not make any long-term plans, as you will be heading towards Port Town post haste, and despite us hoping that it will be not a very long time, you do have to prepare for these things in advance.
Right, of course.
Should be all right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I have anything Super pressing.
Yeah,
No.
I don't think so. I don't know. So I cannot stop seeing this animation of Tanjiro. It kind of makes me want to like watch the Demon Slayer movie again or something.
I haven't watched
Ah.
this game.
Let's not get off topic right at the end of session.
Yep.
I gotta hear that. I don't think we got anything planned. We should be fine. That is, if Mavis doesn't plan to burn down anybody's houses or anything for insulting them.
Is there anything else we need to know, Archmage, before we are off?
Yes, the paperwork for your magical dinghy has not yet come in, but I estimate that within the next month, you will be able to use it for airspace over Castle Dalen.
Oh shit.
Heck
Over
yeah.
Nova Ether. For only
Wow.
over Nova
Heck
Ether.
yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Just still not in for you? You're like the Archmage. You think you get it right away.
She
There
has
It's
other
not
things
top
to
priority.
do, Henry. She has to own a whole fucking
that
country.
is not in my jurisdiction, and it still has to go through the proper channels, Champion Henry.
Are they getting paid overtime at least?
They are getting paid overtime, yes.
Okay, good.
Speaking of that, let's discuss our life insurance. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I swear to God, no.
Are we getting,
And that's what
are we
we're gonna
getting
call
hazard
it
pay?
for hazard pays is already included inside your regular pay.
we had that discussion.
Yeah, that was
Covered.
like the first conversation. That is Till's introduction of being Trailerine's personal headache.
Yeah. Yeah.
One more question. Is LASIK covered in the optical insurance, or do we have to pay for that out of
Oh
pocket?
my god.
Is what?
LASIK.
LASIK eye
What is that?
surgery.
Laser eye surgery.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe it's
don't have
definitely need
that.
that.
They literally
That's
shave off part of your cornea to give you better vision.
Let's not talk about the
Yeah.
details of the of it, please.
Is that
Of
the
eyeball.
wind? Holy shit!
Eyeball surgery.
It's a thunderstorm. What the?
There has to be like a
Oh my
magical
God.
version of that, you know?
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's not even trains here.
It's called magic regeneration.
Anyway, we're gonna call this session right there. Y'all are
Mike's
gonna go
about
to
become
Port
the
Town
cold
next
open of
time.
a Supernatural.
Port Town, baby, sing this song.
Alright, I'm gonna stop the recording.